Okay, this kind of goes with the first video I made, Introduction to Chromebook. So you did all the work, you cleared out all the names, it's just you, you're ready to get started, and then you remember, oh, we don't have the internet at home. That's okay. So what you're gonna do next is just close the Chromebook for right now. You can always turn it on later. If you don't have the internet at home, what you have to do then is call the school and ask them for a mobile hotspot, okay? It looks like this, okay? It pretty much comes ready to go out of the box. Okay, you might have to charge it first. It'll come with a charger. It looks like this. Okay. I strongly suggest you charge it first. Again, it's just like plugging in your phone. Make sure you put it in correctly. I always mess up this part. If it don't force it in by all means. If it doesn't go in smoothly, then you did it wrong. So for example, this is obviously the wrong way. But if I'm noticing, oh my God, it's not fitting it. You know what? Simple solution. Turn it around and just push it in. Okay. And charge it. Okay, but I already charged this, so it's ready to go. So if you notice on the bottom here, on the side, little power button. See that symbol again? If you see that, it means power. You're going to turn it on, turn it off that way. So you're going to press it, and you're going to wait for this thing to turn on. There you go. It's called Ellipsis. It's a jetpack hotspot. Okay, it's provided by Verizon. It's free. Okay. Now it's going to take a while to load. Now keep in mind, guys, this is not a miracle thing. It's just like a cell phone, okay? So it's going off cell phone towers around your area. So if you're not getting any reception, you're not going to get many bars, okay? It may not work for you. If that's the case, you have to call the school and make other arrangements. But 9 times out of 10, this should work for you. Again, if your cell phone works, this should work too. Okay, again, you see the Verizon name. They're pretty good. It takes a while to load because, again, it's like a cell phone. You have to wait for it to turn on and find the signal, okay? Again, it's pretty nice, okay? We're going to talk about usage a little later, okay? Well, since we're waiting. Guys, I strongly suggest that you only use this for educational purposes, okay? This is a mobile hotspot. It will provide internet access, so you can watch YouTube and all those videos. But here's the thing. If you start streaming Netflix through the Chromebook or any other device, you're going to notice that your signal, well, not your signal, but when you're downloading videos or watching videos, it's going to start to lag a lot. Okay? So, again, as far as I know, you can download as much as you want, but I think after 4 gigabytes or maybe 8, I'm not sure, it starts to slow down, okay? And again, you know how annoying it is having laggy video. So, all right, anyways, just letting you know, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything to use it. They made an arrangement with the school as far as I know. But that doesn't mean you can start watching videos all day. If you do that, you will lag. And when it's time to do your homework or your assignments, you won't be able to connect, or the connections will be really slow. Okay, they do that on purpose. Okay, and they do that just like with your regular cell phone. It's unlimited data, sure, but if you notice, if you watch 10 hours of Netflix, like on the 11th hour, the video starts getting really slow. It's not even, it's just more annoying, and just turn it off. But anyways, back to business. All right, it went blank. You think, oh, it turned off. No, it didn't. You just press the button again. You see Verizon 4G LTE. It's powered up, full bars, or actually full battery. Now, here's the deal. It's not a very good signal out here. Again, where I live out here, Verizon is not very good, okay? I'm not to where I live, but again, if you live closer to Los Angeles, you guys will get a better signal, okay? But anyway, so you see this, you click it again, and here you go, the Wi-Fi name. There it is. Okay, so when you turn on the Chromebook again, watch, we'll do this step by step. So you know it's there, you know the name, right? And there's the password for it, but we'll get to it, okay? If you notice, I just keep pressing it. Okay, so let's turn on the Chromebook, and we'll get through the whole process again. How to connect. Again, press the power button gently. Once is enough. Don't kill it. If it doesn't turn on after a minute, then maybe press it again. But it should be fine, okay? Just be gentle. Be patient. The awkward silence. There you go. Whew. Oh, I hate the awkward silence. All right, these things load up pretty fast. You know this. So we're back to this screen. Okay. There you go. And see, that wasn't there before. Ellipsis Jetpack 816E. You click on that, and it's going to ask for the password. Now, like I told you, you press the power button on the side. You press it again for info. Now it's kind of hard to see. It'll get usage data, right? You haven't used it yet, so you're not going to get anything. But press it again. There's the name. Ellipsis Jetpack 816. I know it's hard to see. It's blurry, guys. And if I get too... Yeah. You press it again, you get the password. Okay? Now, in my case, for the jetpack I have it on me right now, I don't know if you can barely see it, but it's there. Now, lowercase, uppercase, it does matter. Okay? So for me, it says 7C, 3, C, lowercase, 8, 3, D. Okay, and if it worked, it should connect to it. Okay. But like I said, oh, okay, whew, got lucky, it connected. And while we're waiting for it to connect, I want you to notice the signal is not that strong where I live. It only has 2 bars. Full strength would be like, I think 4 or 6. Okay? So it's going to take a while to connect. Okay? And if you notice a little number right there, it says number 1. Well, here we go. It means I'm only connected to 1 device. So please trust me on this. This is just for you and your Chromebook. Do not give the name of the hotspot and the password to your neighbors, your friends. Okay? If everyone's logged on at the same time as you are trying to do your work, you're not going to get your work done. Your internet will not work. So maybe 2 devices maximum if it's you and your little brother, little sister, older brother, whoever doing homework. But try to limit it. 1 device. Okay? The more devices that you connect to this thing, the slower the internet gets for you. Again, videos will start lagging. Okay? And it's going to be really annoying. So keep it simple. If you notice your bars are weak, try to find another area of the house where you get a better signal, more bars. Okay? It's like, see right now, it went down to 1. Okay? So it will work, but like I said, it's not magic. Okay? It's just like a cell phone. Sometimes you're in an area where the signal is strong, and sometimes you'll be in an area where the signal is weak. Try to find a strong area. And to help you out here, again, do not share the name of the router or the password with anybody else. And again, if you keep forgetting, all I'm doing is pressing the side button. Okay? Just right there, see? And keep an eye on that battery, okay? Obviously, if the battery dies and the thing turns off, you lose your internet. Okay? Now, I haven't used it yet personally, but please do not pull all-nighters watching Netflix. You will kill the battery. You'll kill your service. The internet will lag. Okay? And you're going to have glitchy videos, and it's not fun. Okay? And I think that's it. So I still haven't connected, if you can tell. Like I said, I'm in a bad area for cell phone signals. This is pretty much a cell phone without the phone part, okay? You just get the signal, but it does provide internet. It's a gateway for the internet, okay? And I think that's it. I forgot to add something a little obvious, but just in case. So your jetpack, right? I already told you what it is, your mobile hotspot. It's on. You press it twice to get the name and the password. But I forgot to show you how to turn it off. Okay, because you don't want this thing dying on you when you need it most. So you just hold on to the power button a few seconds. And it should, the minute it says goodbye, you know it's off. you're good to go. I just forgot to add that. Oh, by the way, sometimes it might update. So if it says updating, just leave it alone. It'll turn off on its own. Okay, just wanted to add that. Sorry for forgetting how to turn it off. Okay, and that's it.